Welcome to VGM Monday. This is 1337 FM Nerd Talk Radio's mini podcast about video game music. I'm your host, Mike Byrne, and this week we're going to be talking about Donkey Kong Country. Now, Donkey Kong Country was first released in November of 1994, and was one of my favorite games, and still is one of my favorite games. I still go back and we'll probably play through this game at least once a year, maybe a couple times. It's a fun 16-bit action platformer for the Super Nintendo, where you need to rescue back all your bananas because they were stolen by some crocodile or something, I think. Obviously, this game doesn't really rely on story heavily. It's more just, it's your standard platformer affair. You're jumping around and collecting things, knocking out enemies, trying to avoid falling in pits and other kind of hazards around there. A definite must-have if you're a Super Nintendo fan. If you don't remember when this game first came out, just how everywhere it was, ads everywhere, Nintendo Power covers, just advertised like crazy. And I guess that paid off and worked because it ended up selling over like 9 million units, and I believe it's ranked as the second highest selling SNES game of all time. The music in this game is really awesome. It's not just your standard video game music, it's got a lot of different things going on. Of course, the game was published by Rare, and the music was composed by David Wise. What he wanted to do with the soundtrack is he wanted to implement a lot of almost like field recordings and actual nature sounds into heavily synthesized percussion and just a lot of really cool sounds to create a big soundscape. And I think he pulled it off pretty good. Like, this game, the music really, for me anyway, it stands out as some of the best on the SNES, which already has a plethora of amazing music on it just because of the capabilities of the sound chip. And the track this week is a water level, which most cases water levels are not a good thing in games, but all the water levels in the Donkey Kong Country games are beyond tolerable. Which just means like they are actually pretty fun, and I don't mind going back and replaying them. They're not a chore to go through. They're actually pretty fun. It's almost a part in the game where you can kind of really chill out and relax. They're not super. They're some of the least challenging levels in the game, and the music kind of sets that at a good pace because it's really relaxed. It feels underwater. I've never gone scuba diving before, but I can imagine this song fitting perfectly with that type of activity. So yeah, we're taking it pretty easy this week, so sit back and relax, I guess. Maybe have a drink of your choice, relax, kind of just close your eyes, meditate, whatever you gotta do. From Donkey Kong Country, here's Aquatic Ambiance.